I will pray for you, but if you get on my nerve, I will cuss you smooth out. My mouth ain't under control yet, and I can throw these hands. And let me tell you something, if I get my hands on you, I promise you, you gonna know you've been in a fight. But I'm trying not to go there because I'm in transition.
All right. Welcome, everybody. Welcome back to the palace. And we are talking all things the Braxtons, y'all. Listen, welcome back. Today, I want to take a deep dive, but we're not going to be here long, okay? Because it really isn't that much to say about season 2, episode 6. I'm gonna just say this: I was really, really disappointed. There was a lot going on in this episode, but I had a clear revelation, and it hit me so hard. I almost didn't give y'all this review, to be honest with you, this recap. So today's title is, listen, you see it. I don't know this for a fact at all. This video is based on public perception, fan commentary, my commentary, me honing in on the psychological and the behavioral traits of the Black experience and what viewers have seen on the show and how they've been able to translate that into like their social media comments, their social media TikToks, and all of that. Now, I'm not claiming to know anything about their private lives, but I'm going to break this commentary down. And what it's giving to me, to be honest with you, it's giving that there could be a possibility that Towanda is jealous of Toni and Tamar. And that's the $1 million question. I want to ask all of you, is Towanda jealous of Toni and Tamar? In your opinion, do you feel that could even be a consideration, or is it just people are looking at this thing the wrong way? This is just sisters. They're fighting. It happens. Move on, folks. There's nothing here to see. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna let you all have a couple of seconds, and then I want to jump right in. Okay, I want to jump right in, and I want to talk about some of the things that Spectacia said. Yes. Yvette Robinson says most definitely. We got a yes from Essie. Valerie says yes. Let's see. Rose says, I think she's jealous of Toni and Tamar, their bond, because tonight actually enjoy. Okay. Tonight actually enjoys being around Tamar. Episode 6, I didn't see that tonight. Oh, you said because Toni. I see what you were trying to say, Toni. Michelle said yes, very jealous. Okay, Lee E L LL says, in my opinion, I truly don't see her get jealousy. Thank you for your comment. And Miss TW said she hates that she just didn't achieve what they have. All right, so that is my segue. That's my cue to go ahead and start and give you my recap. Okay. Now, here's the thing. I almost didn't do it. We're talking the Braxton season 2, episode 6. If you love deep dives, like as it relates to celebrity, families, reality, television dynamics, hot topics, pop culture analysis, I'm your girl. I'm your go-to. Okay. That's just what I do. So let's get into this tea respectfully. Let's get into this episode respectfully. Where did this whole rumor even come from? And I think it started with episode 2 of season 2. And that's when the internet was on fire. People came out the woodworks and they were like, oh my God. Because Towanda didn't realize there was a camera behind her recording. See, for the long time, all of us ran with the notion and believed it. And we had hard evidence that Tamar was the problem, right? Because we didn't see the bigger picture. We didn't see everything. And Tamar, I'm sorry, you played the part and you played it well. You played the part. You leaned all the way into that typecast and you played it well and you did a hell of a job. So much of a good job. It may be hard for you to ever get away from that. So you've earned that. You gave it your all. And even if it was for you to eat, I'm not sure that that's going to fare well for you in the long run. So I have to be fair, right? So that's where I'm coming from with that. So that's where the rumor started. Season 2 of the Braxtons, episode 2, when people really got a better view of Towanda behind the scenes. How Towanda is actually the puppet master, the one who sets the fire ablaze and then goes back to her seat on the sideline and watches it all go up in flames. So that's where the rumor sparked. That's where it came from. Now, over the years, like I said, fans watching the Braxton Family Values, we've seen a lot of tense moments between these girls, right? With the family, with the mama and the daddy and all of that. Especially in scenes that centered around Toni's career or Tamar's, I'm not gonna even say success, rising success. The reason why I'm gonna say rising, I don't think Tamar ever had the opportunity to come fresh out of the blocks, if you understand what I mean. If this is your first time here, I do encourage you to go back and watch my reviews on the Braxtons so that you can catch up on my assessment and my personal opinion, my personal perception. And if you go back and we talk about Tamar was punished immediately punished by the Braxton sisters when she landed her first record deal. When Tamar signed that contract, the family stopped speaking to her. Why is that important? Imagine you having the biggest, the most important moment of your life, something you've always dreamed of. Ever since you were a little girl, your mom had you in front of a piano, singing, rehearsing 12 to 14 hours a day. That's half of a day, y'all. They said Miss Evelyn had them lined up 12 hours a day, 14 hours a day. That's half of the day. We supposed to sleep 8. And they were school age girls. So let's do the math. If you were practicing 12 hours a day, you're supposed to sleep 8. We're already down 16 hours. We got 24 hours in a day. So did I do the math right? 12 hours a day. You're supposed to sleep 8. That's 20 hours. I'm sorry. That's 20 hours. What happened during the other 4 hours a day? I like to pause because I want it to sink in. 12 hours a day, 8 hours to sleep. What were they doing the other 4 hours? So let me just go out and say, and I'm gonna say this, and it just hit me in this moment. They didn't have a childhood. None of them. And now I understand Trina's immaturity, Tamar's immaturity, Tracy's immaturity, may she rest in peace, when she was here, and how she handled her expressions and her emotions, and also Tawanda's immaturity. Last week we played a video, a clip, and I'm not going to play it this week because I said we're not going to be here long. You just got to go back and catch up. We played a snippet of a show that Towanda was on, a show that she went seeking fame for. And when things did not go her way, she became manipulative. She went on the attack and she flipped the script on Ayana Van Zant. What was the name of the show? Let me see what y'all are saying. What was the name of that show? Starting Over. Starting Over. Desira say, I can see that now that you said it. Yeah, they didn't have a childhood. None of them. In studio, homework, dishes, clean the bathroom, being and grown. They never had a childhood. Wanda said they probably was at church. They was at the church house. I see you, Unique, cooking and cleaning. All right, so watch this. She went on, starting over. And when things weren't going her way, according to how, because see, when you go on those reality shows, you go on there to be famous. I hope you do. I hope you're not there wasting time, Towanda. And when she really had to receive feedback, she flipped the script and became very manipulative. And what she did is she pulled her sword on Iyanla Vanzant, not a physical sword, but a psychological sword. And she started to say, I don't feel safe with you. You remind me of my mother, whom I don't like and whom I didn't feel safe with. Do y'all remember me playing that clip? And Iyanla Vanzant said, well, hold up, wait a minute. What do you mean you don't feel safe with me? What have I done to hurt you? You called me. You came seeking me. You called my name. You asked for me to be here. I didn't come after you. I didn't hunt you down. This is not a predatory show. And I'm not going to allow you to run with that narrative. And as a matter of fact, this is what we're not going to do. We're not going to flip the script and make it seem like I'm creating this unsafe place for you. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you the ball and I'm going to let you score a touchdown. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to allow you to lead the show. Therefore, you feel safe and you cannot blame me should you fumble the ball. She said, you lack accountability. Everything in your life is everybody else's fault but your own. You project onto other people and you're not honest. Now, this is before we found out that Towanda has sticky fingers. Towanda has sticky fingers. This is before we found out that Towanda has a history of stealing, even petty theft, stealing her sister's clothes. You know how you got that good shirt. You be like, man, I wonder what happened to my sweatshirt. Only for you to go to her damn house and your shit is in her closet. You get what I'm saying? And it's like, well, you stealing t-shirts? You stealing undershirts? Just stealing just to be stealing, right? Started a long time ago. Taking things that did not belong to her. Daryl Long said, just like the Jacksons didn't have a childhood and it had a crazy impact and did. And we talked about that today behind the wall. Oh, behind the wall. You was behind your wall. You was in members only. How dare? Yes, behind the wall. How Michael Jackson couldn't sleep. Because at one point, whatever thoughts he was having were so intense, the man couldn't sleep. We talked about that today. Check out the members only. JJG says, oh, wow. Yep. This is why she hates Tamar. She won Big Brother. Oh, I forgot about that. Tamar was like, plus the jealousy. Tamar hit. Tamar won $250,000. $250,000 on there. The fans loved her. The house liked her. So, anywho, as we're thinking about it, right? And we're sitting there and we're in season 2, episode 6. I'm going to stay out the comments for a second. People started picking up on things, right? That's how we came with this notion of, is Towanda jealous of Tamar? Now, you hate to do that. You know, it's not good putting family against family and pitting sisters against sisters. But, this is a very fractured dynamic that we're talking about as it relates to the Braxton sisters. I ain't seen nothing like it before in my life, to be honest with you. And I'm being sarcastic, but I'm being serious. So Tamar never got a chance to come out the blocks clean, because as soon as she did, Towanda punished her. Towanda was the most vocal. Towanda is giving narcissistic vibes to me. She punished Tamar. She withdrew her love and her affection from her sister because her sister made it. I don't think y'all realize how deep that is. Imagine somebody withdrawing their love and their affection from you because you got a new job that pays well. You got the corner office spot. You're doing well. Y'all, that is bizarre. If you think about that, nobody's there to clap for you. Nobody's there to toast and have champagne with you and chocolate strawberries waiting. Nobody in your family. You got punished. I can stop the live right now. If you don't understand the infliction of emotional abuse, that was administered by the hands of Towanda Braxton, she led the charge. But here's the thing, Miss Evelyn, you didn't get in there to stop it. Okay? Because on the show of starting over, this is how we know. Because Iyanla said, did you know she was upset? Tamar said, I didn't know nothing. Tamar was young too. She said, they quit talking to me. Who quit talking to you? The whole family. Y'all, that's cruel. That's cruelty. No wonder why Toni Braxton's boyfriend was able to seduce Tamar at a tender young age of 17 years old. And Towanda brings it up. How many years later to say you stole Tony's man? That was a child, girl. You crazy. That was a child. And when you come up abandoning children for doing well, of course a grown man can have his way. Shit. He come in, he be like, oh, they don't like the little sister. These girls are bruised, damaged, psychological problems. Damn, they mama made them stand in front of the piano 12 hours a day. These girls happy to get regular attention. Things that are normal to everybody else, they feel like a surprise. I'm finna knock them all down. Why not? And I'm gonna start with Toni Braxton first. And I'm gonna end with Tamar Braxton last. Trina and Tracy were spoiled because they had already had kids. I'm gonna tap into the ones that don't. I'm gonna hit Toni. I'm gonna hit Towanda, and then I'm gonna go for the little sister. Y'all following me? They be leaving that little girl at home. I'm just talking, right? Like I'm the predator. Oh, that's easy. I'm gonna just call her. Boom, boom, boom. Tamar never, ever had a fair start. Couldn't even get out the blocks clean. The internet picked up on certain facial expressions, comments, reactions, especially from Trina Braxton as it relates to her niece. Y'all, when I tell you these women are at war, and let me tell you something about pygmishas, male identified women that have no allegiance to other women. They're dangerous. Tawanda's dangerous. Even when Towanda slithered in on her belly and tried to denounce Tamar as an evil sister that slept with Toni Braxton's man, Toni Braxton still wants to connect with her little sister. I don't think Toni believes it. I don't. Because in her confessional, she said, this doesn't feel right not to have Tamar here. I miss Tamar. See, if you really feel like somebody did something evil to you by sleeping with your man, the man you love, you ain't gonna miss them. Toni didn't believe that crap. That's why she didn't. She stood up because Tamar said, you think I'm effing, you think I want Birdman. That's why she stood up, because that's her husband. That's in the now. But all that crap that Towanda was talking about didn't faze Toni Braxton. And even the Birdman comment, she got over it the next day. I love it. I like Toni Braxton's ability to return to her natural state of mind. You know, you could be stretched like a rubber band, but here's the problem with resiliency. That's not a permanent state that anybody's supposed to remain in. Most people stay there. Toni Braxton got over it. She was on and popping the next day. She went to something else. And because of the facial expressions, because of the comments, because of the reactions, the narrative on the internet became, is Towanda jealous? And whether or not it's true or not, that's what it's giving. The rumor took a life of its own, and people are talking about it. And today I want to talk about why they think that. And let's just start with the obvious. Toni Braxton is a superstar. Toni looked good. Toni went to her son's, in this episode, she went to her son's graduation. Toni Braxton looks phenomenal. Phenomenal. She had on a night, we talked about it. Remember, ladies, on Friday? Being sexy, getting you some high-low. What you mean high-low, Queen Sheba? Getting you investing maybe a $400 or $500 pair of shades. Toni had high-low all over. She had on a nice shade. She had her hair pulled back into a simple bun, simple earrings, but the sunglasses were the statement piece. She had on a simple black suit, walked in, looked good, gave every bit of Toni Braxton. She looks phenomenal, period. She takes care of herself. I like seeing Toni Braxton on screen. She looks great. I would love to see Tamar beside her, but Tawanda's not going to let it happen. And when you have one sibling who becomes a legend, okay, naturally the dynamic in the family is going to shift. We can see that, right? Not supposed to be in a malicious or negative way. See, they let Toni get away. Okay, Toni made it. We're not going to really give her a lot of grief. We're not going to give her we're just going to withhold. We're going to suppress our resentment and our anger because mommy's behind her. That was the firstborn. Like Toni said, I've been with my parents longer than any of you at the table. Be quiet. Okay. Toni Braxton gets to make it. But Tamar, where the hell you think you're going? We got something for you. So when you got one that makes it and then the baby comes along, because all of them can sing, right? You had Toni's voice, Towanda's voice, Trina being born 15 months later. I forgot what Tracy is. And then Tracy and Tamar, right? I think I got it right. Toni, Tracy, I think. Is Tracy the second oldest or is it Towanda? I'm trying to think. What's the birth order? Was it Tracy second or Towanda? Because I know Trina is 15 months younger. Tracy. Okay, we got Toni that came in blowing pipes. Here we go. Thank you, too. Toni, Tracy, Towanda, Trina, and Tamar. Watch this. You got Toni coming in blowing, Tracy coming in blowing, Trina coming in blowing, Towanda coming in blowing. Toni was picked up by the record companies. Everybody else thought they was going to make it. Nobody ever saw Tamar coming. Nobody ever saw it. But they made sure to punish her for it. They thought, Towanda thought it would be her next. Why you say that, Queen She? Because I played all of the stuff. I went all the way back. I ain't make no money off that video because I was using, the material. And even though that was years ago, I played, those songs are still copyrighted. So I just wanted to put that out there. And some people believe Towanda struggled and has always struggled with being overshadowed by her sister Toni. And the smoke that she has for Tamar is really what she feels for Toni. But she can't go after Toni Braxton, which is why she allegedly steals from Toni Braxton and steals from Tamar. Okay. Now, this entire episode, did anybody notice or am I the only one? Actually, let's go back. This entire season, we are 6 episodes in. Have y'all not caught on that this entire season is about Towanda Braxton? Entire season is about Towanda Braxton. It hit me out of nowhere. I damn near turned off the TV. I said, I'm not doing this. Sometimes it takes us a bit long to catch on. It took me 6 freaking episodes to catch on. This entire season is about Towanda Braxton. And whatever she don't need, she give the scraps to Trina. I'm not going to do this. wetv, I'm not here for Towanda. When I realized what was happening, I said, oh, hell no. You're not going to get my vote at all. And that's when I said, I really feel you, Tamar. Let me get on this Tamar train because I see what's going on now. It took me 6 freaking episodes, but I see what's going on. They want to use her because when she broke down in this scene, in the opening scene, she said, I promised myself I wouldn't come back to this show. Yet here I am. I always come back to make sure they eat. Y'all, that's like vultures where they feed off of your carcass. I don't like you. Towanda, you don't like your sister. It's very obvious. You want to use her. You need her here, but you don't want her in the scenes. You want her to be the problem. You're done with it. You've been putting up with it for years, but I need you here to get this check. I'm going to say this. Keep your word, Tamar. Let it go and let them fail. I'm not tuning in if next season is given to Towanda and Trina. I'm sorry. I'm going to just have to find something else to review. I'm going to just have to find something. I'm not doing it. They tried that 2 seasons ago when Toni and Tamar left. I'm not doing it. Now that I understand that the writing is on the wall and I see what's happening, you're not going to slide Towanda Braxton in front of me as the leading lady. This entire freaking season is centered around Towanda. It took 6 episodes. It's been Towanda, 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 and it just hit me. She ain't trying to steal the show. Let me say it again. Tawanda's not trying to steal the show. She has stolen the show. Mhm. It's gone. It's gone. She stole the show. Y'all, we been bamboozled and finesse, and I thought I was sharp. I ain't sharp. I'm embarrassed. If you look at how Tawanda's a clever genius. It took me 6 episodes. I saw it coming. I was like, "Yeah, I see what you doing." But the whole time, shit, I bet if Tawanda tuned in, she's like, "See what I'm doing. Wait till you see episode 6, girl. I done did it." I was like, "Oh my God." Brilliant. Yeah, she stole the show. If you think about it, we rarely see Tamar. We rarely see Toni. I'm here for the Braxtons, not Trina and Tawanda. Sorry, I'm not here for them. I am here for the Braxtons. And if it doesn't get better, y'all, if it doesn't get better production, I will not. I'm not going to pump up this show on my channel. If y'all don't start giving Toni Braxton, see, I love when they feature Toni Braxton with her son at his graduation, focused on her and her family, not dealing with the bullshit. That was beautiful to me. But we got a small moment. We didn't get to see him get dressed. We didn't get to see them go out to eat. We didn't get to see none of that. It was one and done. She got maybe 90 seconds on that screen. No, sir. No, ma'am. It's called The Braxtons. So if y'all don't get that right, production, I don't know if I'm going to be able to hang in there. Now, Trina had a scene with Toni at a furniture store. To me, let me ask you something. Did you enjoy it? Did you enjoy Trina and Tawanda? I mean, Trina and Toni. Yvette said, "Thank you for bringing that to my attention." I did not pay attention. Neither did I. I thought I had it. Don't feel bad, girl. It went over my head too. I just caught it. So, anywho, Toni and Trina had a brief scene in a furniture store. To me, it felt forced. And let me tell you, it felt very forced. Um, it lacked chemistry, sister chemistry is what I'm trying to say. It lacked sister chemistry. And what I got from it is that Toni Braxton did Trina Braxton a favor by filming with her. It didn't feel sisterish. It felt she's a fan. She's a fan. She's a good old fan. Does that let me go? Hey, do you mind filming with Trina Braxton? She loves your music. She follows you. Yeah, I'll give her a quick scene. That's what it felt like to me. I'm sorry. Ew. And then Trina was putting on, and I'm like, what is going on? It lacked chemistry. I don't want to see Trina Braxton. I see Trina Braxton on YouTube. There's nothing here to see, folks. That's what I was saying to myself, like to production. We see Trina on YouTube all the time. We see Trina on Instagram all the time. And besides, I find it hard to support a woman who supports a predator. Who supports a predator. Yeah, that's really hard for me to watch. You say she boring there too. Oh, Wizard Kelly, don't do it. Don't do it. He said she. Hold on. What? Oh my God, that was funny. He said, "Don't worry, she boring there too." Oh my God, that is hilarious. So watch this. I'm gonna tell y'all what's happening. Hang on with me. Watch this. I said, okay, here's what happened. So then I started making my notes. I said, Trina is making sure she gets camera time, and so is Towanda. We ain't seen nothing about the sisters together as a whole because production is pushing the husbands. You got Towanda who's forcing this invisible issue with Tamar to move Tamar up out the sister dynamic so that she can bring Sean to the forefront and Trina can bring Vaughn to the forefront. Follow me closely. As a matter of fact, get your pen and paper out. I'm finna give y'all something. Watch this. Well, why you say that? When I hear the name, the Braxtons, the Braxton Family Values, first of all, Sean is not a Braxton and neither is Vaughn. I don't want to see them. It says the Braxtons. Sean and Vaughn are not Braxtons, but they filled about a quarter, about 25% of this entire season. Do you understand what I'm saying? Let's continue. Watch this. If you're not sold yet. What the hell is going on, production? This isn't cool. I want to know about Toni Braxton. I want to know about Tamar Braxton. I want to see Trina Braxton, and I want to see Towanda Braxton. The husbands need to sit out. Like Kevin Sr. was trying to school Sean. Wait a minute. You can't be all up in the camera like P. Diddy. The sisters, this is their thing. We're not going to compete with them for airtime. We're not going to conjure up a meeting so that you as a man could outshine them on the screen. All of the men know to take a what? A seat in the back. This ain't cool. Towanda and Trina are trying to make sure their husbands eat. I don't want to see Trina and Vaughn. Sorry. And Trina meant that shit. Not Trina. I'm sorry. Toni meant that shit when she said she didn't like her family a few years ago when they did that sister circle with Ayanna Van Zandt. Toni don't have a sister connection with Towanda, which is why the internet is wondering, is Towanda Braxton jealous of her sister, her oldest sister Toni, and her baby sister Tamar? Toni does not have a sister dynamic with them. She don't have a connection with Towanda and or Trina. Look at the energy when Toni Braxton is engaging with Tamar Braxton versus engaging with Towanda and Trina. Go back. Don't even look at this season. As a matter of fact, go all the way back. If you don't believe me, go all the way back. How Tamar and Toni will get to singing and laughing and looking at each other, and then how Toni will just say, to Towanda and Trina. The bond isn't there. And sometimes it happens, right? Oh, you say disdain. Okay. So Toni did a scene with Trina in a furniture store. Did y'all notice that the entire time while they were in that furniture store, Trina Braxton talked about herself? Listen, go back and watch it. Trina Braxton talked about herself the entire time she was with Toni Braxton. Listen, when I say bottom feeder, I mean bottom feeder. See, here's where wits come in. This is how I know when my grandma would say, this is how I know you ain't used to having shit, because you tear it up. Trina Braxton hogged up the entire camera time from Toni Braxton. If you were smart, Trina Braxton, you would have did a little bit of producing and getting Toni Braxton to open up so that she can film with you more. The entire time you wasted that lady's time talking about yourself. Am I lying? Didn't ask her how she was doing or nothing. Am I lying? She didn't ask Toni a damn thing about Toni Braxton. Didn't give Toni Braxton flowers last week when she went to her concert. Didn't give her a gift. Didn't give her a damn thing. Toni put them on the boat. Gave them, they drank all her champagne now. Thank you, Tennessee girl. She said, you ain't lying. They drank up all that lady champagne, ate all that lady food. Charcuterie boy ate all the cheese, meat, left nothing, and then say, let's go to Mr. Chow's. Hold on. Then said, let's go to Mr. Chow's. Ate up all the food at Mr. Chow's. Didn't give your sister flowers. Didn't bring a thank you card to the furniture store and have the nerve to waste her fucking time by talking about yourself the entire time. It almost slipped. It almost got away from me. And I said, wait a minute. I know. What is Toni up to? Nothing. Because Trina don't give a damn. Trina, girl, bye. Trina talked about her husband. Trina talked about her job. Trina spun the block, came back, talked about her husband's condition. Trina talked about decorating the house. Trina talked about sports management, what she was doing. And then Trina said, child, then she talked about her gripes with Tamar. She completely overlooked Toni Braxton as a person. As a person. Toni Braxton is just something to use. Let me use you for this scene. I don't give a damn about what you're going through. I don't give a damn about my nephew graduating. I ain't asking. I don't care. I don't care. This was not giving, sister. So, anywho, I was like, Trina over here staging fake ass scenes with retired comedians. I cannot. This is dumb. This is stupid to me. At least make it believable. Because why would you pick this house? Listen, why would you pick this house for this man? Hold on. I'm going to say why I'm saying this.
I don't want to talk about it.
You just said, I'm going to talk about
Kill it. I get angry. I don't want to.
You know damn well. And I'm not, sir, listen, face on, I ain't got no problem with you. I'm just calling out the foolery and the fakery, the bullshit set up by Todd. You know damn well you wasn't selling that house to that man because that man could not go up and down them stairs, Trina. Did y'all not see that, girl? That man could not. That man was so tired, y'all. You saw him lay on that island in the kitchen. Them stairs wore his ass out. That's too much home. How many? 6,000 square feet. Y'all didn't see that scene? How that man had to come down them stairs sideways? Come on now, quit playing with me. You not a good realtor. That's too much house. Why would you pick that house? You knew who you was going there to meet. This wasn't like a blind listing. This wasn't open house. You know, you said you know your friend is up in age and overweight. Why would you pick that house with them steep ass stairs? That man had to come down sideways. Okay, forget it. I guess I'm the only one. Thank you, Angela. She said you're absolutely right. Now, this is what I don't believe you. I don't believe you sell houses. I don't. And if you do, you're not a good realtor. And let me tell you why I say that. Number one, that's too much house. It's just him. He's not married. Him, his daughter, and his grandma. What the hell does he need? Well, how many acres? 22 acres? 20 acres? How many acres? It was a lot of acres. He can't even get up the stairs. He don't need 1 acre. Look. That tells me you're not thinking about your clients, but you're thinking about how much money you can make off of him. That man leaned all the way over on that island, breathing hard. Had to take a second before he could respond to you. Because of those stairs. That man ain't finna buy that house. That's why I say the scene was fake. You watch your Daryl, you say he needs an apartment on the lower floor. Or if you're going to sell him a house. Come on, Queen. Are you serious? I'm dead serious. Okay, tell me why you say that. Why do you say that, Desira? Do you feel like I'm exaggerating? That's okay if I am. You know what, Desira, put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. That's too much house. Trina was trying to, and if she did or attempted to sell that house, she's not thinking about him. She's thinking about her. Don't try to sell me the most expensive thing. That's what I was saying, Chronic. I said, even if you're going to sell him a house, sell him a 1-story. Yeah. She did that man like that. Yes, I kid you not. Desira. Go, you got to watch it. So let's talk about Towanda and Sean real quick, and I'm going to let y'all go. So Towanda and Sean, you see how Towanda and Sean making sure his homeboys get on that show. If you remember, they had that party last week. It was a bachelorette party, whatever, engagement party. All his homeboys were there. Today, her and Sean was supposed to have a date. He brought his homeboy. It's giving Ken and that man. What's that man name? The man that got his biceps pierced. Why every time you go somewhere with your husband, one of his homeboys got to be there? I don't know about all that. I'm a watch. I'm a watch. Every time Tawanda's with him, he bring somebody. All things possible. Come on now. We can't go nowhere by ourselves. Go back and watch it. Am I lying? Show me when another nigga ain't in the room. When it's the two of them. Hold on. I may have missed a scene or two, but most of the time he gonna bring something. Thank you. Don't he always bring another man? Period. Okay. Hold on. I'm gonna get on Mr. Larry, Miss Edith. I'm gonna get on him. So anywho, Sean is making sure he put his homeboys on. I'm sitting here watching his show. They flying these little drone planes. I was like, child, I can't. I'm tired. I said, this lady is sneaky and conniving. She just as happy as all outdoors. That Tamar is nowhere in the picture. Towanda lights up like a Christmas tree. Towanda is in her element. She's so happy. And under regular circumstances, I would be happy for her too. But I understand the play behind the scenes, so I can't be happy because this some BS. I said, this woman is gloating because she has the spotlight and she feels like she doesn't have to compete with Tamar. That's why she's happy. She's happy because, like in the words of Tupac, all eyes on me, period. She wants Tamar gone. And I wrote down this and I said, well, don't say that. And then I wrote fake ass in my notes. I was like, oh, you can't say that. I can't say she's fake. Fake ass. You want your sister gone so you can have the top spot. Oh my God. But anywho, because at the end of the day, let's not forget, they are still sisters. Who don't want their sister to get a piece of the pie? Tamar came back, girl, so you can eat. And you want her gone now? Now that the show centers and revolves around you, you some kind of wonderful. And I say she's sitting up here conjuring up storylines to make sure she's on camera, trying to hook her mama up. Watch this. With one of your husband's friends. Who the fuck? Girl, what's wrong with you? Why are you trying to hook your mom up with your husband's friend? That'll be a weird dynamic, but okay, let's get into the positives. They go on a double date. I was like, girl, going on. So these opportunities, I feel like Towanda and Sean are opportunistic. They schedule this double date. We make sure they're on camera because if the way reality television works, if you get in the scene, you get paid. So they got their pay. They stayed long enough. So however long you got to stay, they snuck out, left Miss Evelyn alone with this man named Mr. Larry. Now, Mr. Larry, I ain't got no smoke for you. You seem like a really nice, handsome man. But I don't think, listen, hold on. Let me see how I want to do this because I don't want Mr. Larry to catch a stray behind Towanda. So let me see. I might have to phone a friend to see how I can put this. All right, let me see. Let me see how you want to do this, Queen Sheba. Cause don't do that man like that. That man ain't asked for none of this. He just showed up on a date. He don't know nothing about no Queen Sheba in the palace. And you finna don't do that. Okay, hold on. I'm having a talk with myself. All right, let me start. So we got Trina and Vaughn, right? Hogging the camera with this cooking show to kick off their YouTube and Instagram. You see how she plugged that in? I'm trying to figure out how to run down Mr. Larry without doing too much. We got Vaughn in the kitchen acting like he don't like Trina. Hold on. I cannot. You got Vaughn in the kitchen who loves the camera. Vaughn loves the fucking camera. Don't let him fool you. But he gonna play like he don't. He act like he could be doing something better. That's a lie. I'm gonna get into that too. Vaughn, let me tell you, he just knows how to hide it. But he in there acting like he don't like Trina. But they really trying to plug their YouTube and Instagram. You heard Trina do it? I said, this is cringy. Trina's confessionals suck. She in there acting like a child. But that's fine because I understand why. Remember, I said they never got a chance to have their childhood. But okay, it's childish. I cannot, y'all. Because then Trina's talking about Vaughn kicking her out the hospital room. And I'm like, what husband kicks his wife out unless you got something to hide? Sir, keep that. Quit playing with me. I'm a married woman. You didn't ask the doctor, are you going to die? It's something going on with you that you don't want her to know. I don't know what it is. Okay, let me ask y'all. Shit, maybe. How many of your husbands have ever asked you to leave the room regarding a heart condition? If your husband has ever had a medical emergency, how many have asked you or had the doctor to ask you to leave the room? Thank you, Wanda. Thank you, Cynthia. Thank you, All Things Possible. Essie. Thank you. How many of your wives have asked you to leave the room in a medical emergency? I heard what he said. I don't believe him. Oh, no, I want to hear about that in a minute. Latash, I'm going to come back to you. I asked him if I was going to die. You a lie. I don't believe that. You would have asked that right then and there. Whatever you was talking about, you didn't want her to know. Miss Tootsie say Vaughn is probably sick and don't want her to know. Why would he not? Don't Vaughn have kids? Then Trina's a hospice wife then. If Vaughn is very sick and he don't want her to know, that means she's not going to get whatever he has when he dies. Okay. You say he didn't want that camera in there? Ah, you think he faking? Is that what you're leading to? Okay, I don't know. Let's talk about it. Do you, oh, Mary. Listen, hold on. Y'all coming fast in these comments. Golly. Hold on. So do you feel in Studio 5? I hope he ain't. Do you feel, what are you saying? I'm going to just ask you straight up. Put it in the chat. I see what you're saying, but you got to spell it out for me. We're going to come back to it. EBT except to say, I think he lying. Because somebody told me, they say, Queen, Vaughn over there on Instagram and YouTube still eating bad. I said, what? Yes, ma'am. They say he ain't on his diet no more. Oh. I'm not going to Trina's page. But they say Vaughn over there eating bad. Oh, they say y'all feel like the man lying and he didn't want them cameras to be in there where the doctor says you just. Okay. So I was like, this is crazy because what man has ever kicked his wife out of the room in a medical emergency? I don't know. But Trina, I really can't with you. I lost respect for you after you doubled down about your niece and your husband praying on both of your nieces. So, girl, he prayed on both of them. We're not going to make this as an Ashley versus Trina. Your husband took advantage of both of your little nieces. So I ain't really got too much for you. I'm not supporting your YouTube channel. I am not supporting your Instagram. You can have it. I'm going to let you have that. You won't be getting nothing from me. Because that's disgusting to me. It's just as easy for you to hold your peace. I understand you were married to the man. You may believe, you may not believe, but you are a Braxton. You should have held your thoughts. Sorry, not sorry. So anywho, we finally got to see one of Tony's sons, Denim. I do believe that's his name. He did a scene. He was trying on his jacket. Watch this. Watch this. Yeah, he did a scene. But guess who the scene was about? Guess who the scene was about? Towanda. And her wedding. In what colors? The entire time. Towanda. Let's continue. So it was nice to see Denim, but his scene was engulfed with everything Towanda. with a hog camera ass, just hogging up the camera, even when she's not in the picture. And I was like, oh my God. Even Toni had to admit in her confessional that what Towanda was doing isn't right to Tamar. Okay. It doesn't feel, she said, it doesn't feel right, but I'm going to respect her wishes. Now, when Toni Braxton say it don't feel right, this isn't right. It doesn't feel right, but I have no choice but to respect. She's saying from a moral code, you're operating out of sync. You're not in alignment as it relates to the morality of it, your heart posture. She know what you're doing ain't right. She said it in her confessional. And Miss E, I know you don't like this. Miss Evelyn is not happy about this, y'all. You can see it in her face. She know it's wrong. But she really can't do nothing about it because this is the competitive energy that you've created amongst your daughters, Miss Evelyn. You laid that foundation. So now you can't say shit because they learned it from you. If you didn't put them up again, I wonder, because I wasn't in your house, but I this is a question mark. Have you put your daughters up against each other in the background? Because I feel like you're not doing enough as a mama. I feel like you're not as vocal as you should be as a mother. Now, you can't make Towanda change her mind, but you ain't even getting in there on camera to say, this ain't right, ladies. I raised you better than this, about how they treat each other. It's obvious to me that Towanda will lie and steal for the spotlight. Okay? Now, imagine using your mom in a scene to make sure you get paid, because that's what it was given when they did that double date with Mr. Larry. I'm back on Mr. Larry. Okay? Why would you want your mom to get down with your husband's friend? That's gross to me. I would never I don't give a damn if he is my mama's age. No. Hell no. Y'all think about it. Would you hook your mama up with your husband's friend? Y'all, listen, I'm finna get off of here. That's gross. And even if Mr. Larry is her age, you will hook your mama up with your husband's friend in studio? Your husband. You want to be child boo. Child boo. No, ma'am. Well, hell no. I don't care if he's nice. I don't care if he's a millionaire. No. Absolutely not. So, anywho, Mr. Larry is not a match for Miss Evelyn. Mr. Larry's handsome now, handsome older man. He's not a match for Miss Evelyn. She will devour him. Listen. He's not her equal. And I'm not saying she's better. He's just not her equal. Did you see her eyes when Towanda made her, and how she was? Miss Evelyn's mean. Her eyes didn't light up. Her eyes didn't say hello. I'm open, I'm kind, I'm friendly. She had a piercing stare. Okay? I'm sorry, Mr. Larry. Mr. Larry, it looks like a nice, handsome old gigolo with that earring in his ear. He an old player from the Himalaya. That's an old gigolo. Okay. Now he might get down on it. He still got it. And he know he do. He just trying to figure out what angle. He's like, this one is kind of, well, wait a minute now. He got her purse and handed her purse and all that. When she had to switch seats, I said, let me see what Mr. Larry gonna do. Okay, he got it. He know what to do. Okay. But listen, he got an earring in his ear. I said, Lord have mercy. He seems nice, though. He is still cooking. Mary Willis say he still got. Listen, I know some of y'all will go out with him. Now tell me I'm lying. But Miss Evelyn was a good sport. She really was. So watch this. Towanda and Sean leave. They leave Miss Evelyn and what's that man name? Mr. Leary together. Now, here's the thing. You brought your mom on this double date with Sean's friend. Follow me, because I'm going to go after this. You brought your mom on a double date with Sean's friend, whom you want her to date. Someone that you want your mom to date, but someone you don't value high enough or think highly about, listen, to invite them to your wedding. To invite them to your wedding.
Wow.
So you want my mama to date your homeboy who you don't value enough to give an invite to the wedding. Quit playing with me.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap. Stop.
Quit playing with me. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? That's some bullshiggity. They didn't even invite the man to their wedding, y'all. But you want your mama to date him? Towanda, girl, you something else. So Miss Evelyn didn't know the man wasn't invited to the wedding. She said, are you coming to the wedding? He's looking like, she said, were you invited? He's like, no. She cleans it up and say, would you like to be my plus one? Child. She was a great sport. She said, at least Towanda and Sean should have told me. Thank you, Miss Tootie. Tamar would have been like, oh, hell no. Thank you. It's just it's the thought of it. Yes, they're age appropriate. It just don't even sound right. Bro, my mama can't be dating your friend. That's your homeboy that you hang out with, nigga. No. The hell? You want my mama to date your homeboy, but you don't want your homeboy at your wedding. Child. Boo. Anywho, Tamar, they skipped to Tamar and the therapist, and the therapist is asking some really good questions. Tamar wants to do a Braxton sister retreat. Tamar, they gonna gang up on you. I don't think it's a good idea, but who am I? But maybe, if that's what it's going to take for us to get the sisters in a room, I'm not even for the healing at this point because Tawanda's not there. So they're not going to get too far with that. But I am for seeing all of them on camera together. I don't want to see Sean and Vaughn. I don't. Tamar, I'm not sure it's a good idea because I don't think they like you. I think you need to go with your right mind. They don't like you, and that's fine. Y'all, we hate to see it, but sometimes family don't like each other, and that's okay. But if I was you, Tamar, they wouldn't be able to eat off me next season. They would not be able to eat off of me next season. Let me say this. I told you Trina was on some bullshit. Watch this. What happened in Mexico, in Tulum? Who want to come up? Who want to come up? Watch this. I'm going to open the lines. So after I say this, y'all can speak your piece and then I'm out of here. Trina and Vaughn are on some bullshit. In Tulum, Vaughn and Trina interrupted production for a medical emergency, and Trina stormed off of the island, flew back to the United States to go be at his side. We thinking something really big going on, and his ass in a fucking recliner. Hold on. Y'all gonna quit playing with me. And he's in a recliner chilling. Seems like the same thing is about to happen in the next episode where she storms out again, disrupting her sister's event to go save her husband. I'm done. Y'all, they are so freaking problematic. These sisters have embedded jealousy against each other, and it's so deep in the subconscious that it comes out. They manifest situation to disrupt each other. That's 2 times. Your husband manifested a situation it wasn't that serious. That you left and you told production, don't tell Towanda, because your sister know your BS. Y'all competing for camera time. And then you finna do it again at her wedding. Y'all don't see? It really is deep. That's what I'm saying. All things possible. It really is deep. The subconscious. And it comes out. Trina is in a battle with Towanda. Tawanda's in a battle with Tamar and Toni. Trina has been disruptive this entire time. She was late. She was late to the bachelorette party. Was it the bachelor? Okay, y'all got to help me with these parties. The one in Tulum was called what? A bachelorette. The one with the wigs and all of that was where she peed in that dress. What was that one called? You got a bachelorette party, and then you have a what? She was late to that. She left the other one. She was late to the one in Atlanta, and Towanda has hijacked this entire season, taking it away from Toni and Tamar. They all a mess. All a bridal shower. Thank you. Because I was like, you got this one. So Trina left the bachelorette party for a medical emergency, rushed all the way home, took half of the production with her, right? When I tell you the manipulation of it all, see, even production don't know when you lying or when you telling the truth. They can only take the girls for their word. Trina created such a disruption. Half of the production team packed up and flew back to the United States with her, followed her in her house. Baby, this some bullshit, so that she and her husband could get their own camera time. Now, I don't know if that's her doing or Von's doing, but it's about to happen again. I think Von is jealous. He's envious, and he wants the spotlight. I don't think Von married Trina because he loves Trina. I think he married Trina because she's a Braxton. And hell, he might like one of the other sisters. I don't know. Don't give me the, you know what I'm saying? It's something weird going on here. And I haven't been quite able to put my finger on it. I do know they say he's mean to her on social media. I can't watch it. It's something though. That's it. That's all. That's all I got for y'all on the Braxtons. You said all of them are very passive aggressive towards each other, and they're very petty, very tick for tat. Yep. It's something. But Von is able, whatever. I don't know what's going on with Trina, that she has to prove to herself that she's a good wife. It seems off to me. I don't know, girl. Hold on. Oh, is that what they say? Okay. I saw that comment. I ain't gonna even highlight it, but I saw it. Blessed. He just seemed, I don't know. But I know her ass can't be gone too long. I know she can't have too much phone. She better be home before the street light come on. Before Big Daddy Von make a call. He seems real mean. He's interrupted her filming twice. Y'all, that's not normal. We ain't never seen that. Ain't none of them husbands ever did that. Ever. Interrupted the, you know what I mean? And I'm going to say this, just in case he is. If he is sick, Trina, go and get off the show. But you can't keep being a disruption. You can't keep being a disruption. And then, look, that's what's leading into next week, Trina. That's what we ended episode 2 about. Trina led into episode 3. Y'all don't remember? Trina and Towanda are in cahoots, but they're also in competition. Okay, Goldie said, thank you. You're welcome, Goldie. Goldie said, thank you for this. You made me want to tune in. Listen, it's a mess. I'm trying to figure it out, Goldie. Oh, Essie said he ain't sick. Well, he was fighting over those apple strudels. He didn't want to get them up. But what do I know? He didn't listen. Another thing too. Listen, something is going on with Trina and Von. We got, what's that little boy name? We got Logan. We got a snapshot of Logan. We got a snapshot of Brookie. We got a snapshot of Denim. When Trina, was it last episode, y'all? Was it 4 or 5? When Trina rushed home from Tulum, interrupted the entire production, took half of the production team with her, only for the cameras to come in, and they were cleaning out the pantry. Did you see that man's reaction and the tone in his voice when she said, I'll just give the food to my sons. He said, no, you not. You ain't giving nothing to them. Go back and watch it. Okay, now I could be wrong. Keep me honest. Have y'all seen Trina's son's film on camera? Or did I miss it? This is the first time in history. Trina's sons. I don't think Vaughn is allowing them to. He don't like them boys. Look at his face. You ain't giving them nothing. They ain't getting nothing. Well, first of all, they're her kids. They not young niggas off the street that's trying to eat your snacks. Why the tone, sir, regarding the boys, sir? One time they was on live and she has two sons. I don't remember which name she said. Is he making? Yeah, he making too much noise. First of all, okay, sir, you seem really, really aggressive in your tone towards they scare you. Listen, thank you, me too, wizard. Sir, you too aggressive when it comes to them boys. I don't like your tone. I don't like your tone. I don't know, but I haven't seen them kids all season. Have y'all seen them? You say, is Vaughn trying to break Trina? Too serious, too mean, and uptight. They say he be acting. I don't like when her stuff comes up through YouTube. You know what I do? I turn off the sound and I go back and read the comments. I'm not even watching Trina and Vaughn. I just want to see what the people are saying in the comments. And guess what her people are saying? He's mean to you. His energy is weird. That's been the common theme across her social media. Those are your fans. Those aren't trolls. Those are your fans saying, this would be better if he weren't here. Shut up. Quit trying to overtalk her. Why you always looking at her like, I was like, ooh, I'm not going to play this. I'm not going to invite this demonic energy. If he's not nice to his wife, I'm not going to be playing all that. I hope not, Miss TW. You said, I believe he's laying hands on Trina. Trina tiptoes around that man like she's scared of him. And it's oozing out on camera. And for that man to disappear like that and you rush your ass home like you scared, like you're a little girl, I don't like it. It is giving something. I don't like it. What? Why is he telling kids to get a vasectomy? What? Child, I hope not. I said I was going to come back. Candy says, I blame the father, meaning Michael Sr. He's the one who was the head of not only the church, but his family. So those same demons trickle down to his son and daughters. I agree. Generational curses just trickling down. Well, I agree. He left the home. Tamar said he would be gone. Yeah, I have a clip. Maybe I didn't play it for y'all. I have a clip. I did not play it for y'all, but I had it. I just be saving stuff. But I didn't want to overwhelm y'all. Tamar said he was never home for her. She said you would leave at 6 a.m. in the morning and come back after midnight. You were not a father to me. You were never home. He said, I wasn't. You know how parents try to charge you up? She said, no, you were not. He had to eat that. I think it was on the Yana Fix My Life. Wanda Jones, thank you. Member for 27 months, said Towanda said last season it was her show when she wanted Tracy's husband and son off. Now they're all listed as executive producers. I did see that when the tape was rolling. I did see that. Towanda, Trina, Tamar, and Toni are listed as executive producers. Latasha says, Queen, did you hear what Vaughn said when Trina was talking about her niece Ashley and Gabe? What'd he say? What he said? I know that's not a correct English, but I like to have a good time. What he said? Oh, he told Trina's sons to get a vasectomy? He's hateful. He's hateful then. If he told them little boys to do that, that ain't your business, sir. You said Vaughn is an Aquarius. They're mean and bossy. At least every Aquarius I know. I don't really come across Aquarius too much. They mean, are y'all mean Aquarius? She say y'all mean and bossy. Oh my God. Good morning, Somali Queen. Yep, Michael Sr. You said Michael Sr. admitted he not only cheated, but he abandoned his kids thereafter. He said he was scared of Miss Evelyn. I remember that too. We played that, Nigel, last week. You said the sisters are exhausting, including the mother. Child. What? He said he know for a fact that Ashley is lying? Are y'all serious? Sir. Well. Wow. And why are you sending dick pics to your wife? Did you catch that? I mean, at that age. I don't know. When Toni Braxton took Trina's phone, I'm deep in thought now. When Toni Braxton had Trina's phone in the furniture store and opened it up, and Vaughn's popped up. What is you doing in that bathroom? What are you doing in your bathroom?
I heard about you. I was waiting on you at the door.
I'm gonna get off of here. I'm gonna get out of here. What is you doing in the bathroom? Is that what you've been doing in that bathroom? Trina, I don't know, boo-boo. You might want to see where else he's sending them pictures to. Because you live with him. Why you need a dick pic of your husband? He too old for that bullshit. That's an old man. And he's still whipping out his Mr. Good Boy taking pictures of it. Trina, I don't know, Trina. I don't know. I mean, I can see them young niggas out there, you know. But that old ass man that has heart failure is taking pictures of his Johnson. Come on. Come on now. Heart about to just collapse. And you got time to snap a dick pic. Okay. All right, sir. I can't make this up. Daryl say, Lord, did I lie? That's somebody's grandpa. Okay. Now, I know people like to, people have their stuff, their kinks. But at a particular age, you cruise. You're on cruise control. You chilling in the cut. You chilling for real, for real. Let me put it this way. I'll tell you what. If you caught your grandma at 60, she said, baby, let me go use your bathroom. Baby, what about over there, grandma, down the hall? Okay. And maybe your wife told her the bathroom down the hall. And it's been so long, you thought grandma was out the bathroom. Hold on. You open the door to the bathroom. Grandma bent over, busting it wide open, taking a picture of her cat. Wouldn't you throw up in your mouth? You'd be like, Grandma, oh my God. Essie say, I'm 75 now and done. Now imagine his old ass whipping out his Johnson. I just had to give you a visual of a woman doing it so that you can understand what his old ass is out here doing. That's it. That's all. Daphne says, stop it, I'm screaming. Grandma! Exactly. Grandma, mommy, what? Grandma, I saw Grandma kissing Santa Claus. That's how gross that is. Exactly. Put it up. Hold on, Grandma. Hold on, Grandma. Nobody's sending pictures anywhere. Put it up, Grandma. Actually, give me your phone. Where's your deleted files? Let's go and delete, Grandma. You say, why they call it a Johnson? Girl, I don't know. Listen, I'm making myself laugh. I had to put the shoe on the other foot so you can understand the childishness and him taking dick pics and sending it to his wife at his old ass age. That's it. What'd you say? Saggy ass balls drooping. Oh, y'all not finna get me in trouble tonight. Let me go. Okay, so that's all I got for the Braxtons tonight. Let me get off of here. Thank you, Moochie. Moochie, thank you for the 10-piece super sticker. We appreciate you, Queen. Moochie over there in that bed hollering. Y'all supposed to be asleep. Y'all supposed to be asleep. Listen, I done mess y'all up. Every time your grandma go in the bathroom, you gonna be like, wait, Grandma, you good? You good in there, Grandma? Say, Grandma, I need to get in there. Oh, shit. Grandma, you good? Hey, Grandma, we got other people that need to get in that bathroom. Oh, let me go. Shit, Thanksgiving around the corner too. Hey, y'all gonna be following Grandma all over the house. Let that lady go to the bathroom in peace. Grandma, leave your phone right here. I'll watch it. No, I don't want you to get your phone wet, Grandma. Oh, y'all, I'm done. Oh, Lord, have mercy. Oh, yeah, exactly. See, when I put it like that, you be like, yeah, he out of order. You sure right, Queen Sheep. I can't even argue with you. You sure right. Shit, don't let Grandpa go in the bathroom with no phone. You say, ew. Kendra say, ew, yuck. Exactly. Hey, y'all gonna have bowls, a little table outside y'all bathroom where everybody gotta leave their phone right there. Don't take that phone in there, babe. What you need that phone in that bathroom for? Grandma, leave that right here. Oh my God. Child, let me get out of here. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in tonight. I appreciate y'all. We're like at an hour and 20 minutes. Oh, this Sunday, I had no business going there. I had no business. All right. Good night, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. I will see y'all later.
You all should be ashamed. How can you drink right after a funeral? Like this? Give me another one, then, Brady. Fred Sanford, you just left the house of the Lord, and now I'm in my house. All y'all ought to be ashamed drinking like a school of fish. My Bible says, be not drunk with wine. What does it say about scotch? Yes, why'd you go someplace else? Why'd you go ugly up somebody else's house? Who you calling ugly, sucker? You.